In this session, we will be talking about the basic gradebook setup scenarios. So let's explore the course. I'm going to open up my course. So this course was offered in spring 2021. The course name is Information Technology. I take this as an example because it can give you multiple ideas about how we can tailor the features of MyGML module to our need. In this grade book setup, what I have done is I have got a very long or very descriptive mechanism of handling the grades for my 4 batches. I did a course. This course was called as Information Technology, and this course was given for 4 batches: batch A, batch B, batch C, and batch D. Inside the batches, we had assessment elements like assignment, class test, and a few of them they had more like portfolio, assignment, and class test. So I wanted to explain you about this basic setting up of a gradebook. Now, when you open the module to reach the gradebook, it is very easy. You have to go to the grades tab, and when you come to the grades tab, you will find an option called setup. So when you click on setup, you will find this setup option. Now, there are main 2 things you have to understand here. A gradebook will have 2 different things. One is a category, and other is a grade item. Grade item could be assignment or any activity which you include inside your course page. You can also have a manual grade item that is created directly from the course grade setup page, and then you can upload the marks here. So that's possible. So for example, if you have the mid-semester score which is being generated from the Office of Assessment, you can create a grade item here and then upload the score which you receive from the exam department onto that. Okay, now the focus is to understand what is a grade category and what is a grade item. So in this example, I know it's a bit complicated grade book I have taken. The reason I've taken this is because to explain to you how easy is the gradebook if you organize it better. So my requirement was in batch A, I had 2 assessment elements, which is assignment and class test. So what I did is, to create this, I went to the gradebook setup, created a category, and for the category, to identify it easier, I gave the name A, and then I gave the name of that assessment element. So I call it as A.assignment. This is for my convenience. So if you don't have a patchwork system, if your course is just a regular, so you can just directly create the assessment element. So this is the first and foremost step I would recommend you to do once you get the course access. So go ahead onto your course gradebook setup page, create all the assessment elements which you have mentioned here, mentioned in your course syllabus right here. So I've got assignment, so I gave the name, and before you save it, go to the total and then pick the category total, and if you wanted to give a category total name, that it will help you when you export the score. I'm going to show you how to export the score later in some lessons. So for the time being, don't just simply save the category, but do export the category total and give the category total being similar as that of your assessment element. And these things I will explain it in detail in the upcoming video. Before we wind up this session or this tutorial, I want you to focus on the parent category also. So in my case, or in most of your cases, you will find the default course name coming up here. But let's say it is a format, so you can create a subcategory under the course and then map it there. In this example, I want to create a category under batch A. So I have to choose a subcategory. I don't have to place a category in the main. So this is how your parent category will help you. So if you choose this kind of categorization, then for the learner it will be very organized, or they will find it very easy to understand the grade distribution. So I can show you the advantage right here. So if you see here, I've got a category called my course name. That's the main category that comes as a default. Then I have to categorize it as batch A, and then in batch A I have assignments, and then in assignments I have grade items like reflection 1, reflection 2, reflection 3, reflection 4, and then again in class test is again a subcategory of batch A where I have grade items, which is assignment 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this is how the grade book has to be set up. Now, if you right now you would have understood the difference between category and grade item. So grade item is actually an item which comes or which adds to the category. Now if you see, by default, what is the total score of a grade item which is coming under the category, that will be displayed as a category total. You can have two ways of manipulating or making changes to the maximum score, either by performing an edit calculation or by adjusting the weightage. Let's say, for example, I've got this 3 items right here, out of which I'm going to ignore like these 2. Maybe I don't want this value, so what I can do is I can just put 0 here, again a 0 to the weightage, and if I click on save changes, now you can see the total is 40. Now let's see what happens when I just click on save changes. So when I come back and save changes, the weightage will adjust according to what I have given. So I've given the weightage as 0 and 0. Now if you see here, the total of this category has become 20 because I said these 2 is not going to be counted. So I put the weightage as 0, and so the 100% of mark comes from this activity or from this grade item. Okay, now I had a second thought. Now I wanted to say, no, I'm not going to give 100% from here. So I'm going to adjust the weightage. I'm going to say that it's going to be 25 and 75. Now it's going to when you're going to click save changes, what's going to happen is it's going to adjust the weightage, and there's going to be an increase in the value. So let's see what has happened here. Now it's going to be 30 because I said 75 and 25. So because this is actually 20 is actually 75% of 40, because the total is 40, and 10 is 20 is 75% of 40, and 10 is 25% of 40. So this is how it has been adjusted. I'm going to put this back onto the manual because I don't want to make any changes in the gradebook. So this is how the weightage is going to help you to plan your gradebook. So this session's objective is to give you an idea about the basic idea about a gradebook. So what I have just described is the gradebook has got 2 main contents. One is actually the category and grade item. Category is to organize your grade items. With the example of a batch, I have it screen to you. Grade items can be included in 2 ways. One is by directly adding an item or adding an activity onto the course page, or manually creating one here and uploading the grade. I will give you a kind of more detailed description about how to upload the course grade onto a grade item in the upcoming class. Thank you.